let's make some ice cream scoops. You will need some lightweight poly filler, some little cases if you are making these into ice cream cones, which I'm going to do. These were from Home Bargains. I think these are 99p. A mixing pot and a metal scoop. You will also need some flour and acrylic paint. With your mixing bowl, just go into your filler. Just start popping this into a bowl. It has to be quite a big bowl because you need to be able to get your ice cream scoop inside. So just bear that in mind for the size. I'm going to colour this first one in vanilla. So I'm just going to add a little tiny drop of the cream. Then I'm going to give this a good mix. After you've mixed this together, I'm just going to get another pot, do exactly the same, but this time I'm going to add a couple of drops of red to create the pink. Once you have mixed up your chosen colour of ice cream scoop, you now need to get yourself some all-purpose flour. With your flour and a spoon, just sprinkle this in. What this does is it thickens up the texture of the poly filler and creates sort of like a lumpy consistency, shall we say. So you're going to do the same again with your other colour, or however many colours you have chosen. If it still feels a little bit sloppy, just add a little bit more flour into it. And then just mix this together. Once your mixture is ready, you can then go ahead and start doing your scoops and plopping them into a glass container like this one. You can also put these on parchment paper and let them dry, so you have got a few so you can tacky glue those in as and when you want to do your bakes. Or for this craft, we are going to use a cone. As these are party hats, I'm just going to cut off the pom-pom and take off the elastic. So there will be holes on each side where the elastic went. So I'm just going to trim this all the way around, just getting rid of these little holes. To stop our cone being a little bit squishy, just get yourself some filler. It could be out of an old pillowcase, etc. And I'm just going to use my glue gun and I'm just going to push this inside the cone. Once you have glued your stuff inside your cone, I'm sorry, Peeking and Hoisin are joining me right now. Just get yourself some cardstock, glue gun this on the bottom like this, and then just cut it out. Again, that just strengthens up your cone. So we are now ready to start adding our scoop. So I got this stand from Temu. It is classed as a piping bag stand, but they're ideal, especially if you want your bits and pieces to dry. It's the first time I've actually used this, so we will see. So I'm going in with the pink first. Again, you might want to go ahead and prep all your cones before you start mixing up your filler. It's completely up to you, and it depends really how quick you actually work. So with your metal ice cream scoop, you're just going to go into your filler, squishing it down and pulling it along the sides. That way it will get inside of this part here. Then we're just going to place this on the top and give it a bit of a squeeze. We are now going to start attaching this ice cream scoop to the cone. With a bamboo skewer, we're just going to start working just along this edge of the ice cream, and we're just going to drag it all the way around the cone. That way it just sits on the cardboard. Don't worry if it feels wobbly, it will dry hard, and like I always say, if it hasn't adhered to anything, don't panic. It will keep its shape as it's drying. You just need to then pop this off and just add some tacky glue underneath. Very, very rarely does that happen. So we're just going to drag all this around our cone. Once you've gone all the way around keeping its shape, you should have something like this. Now you can also add another scoop on the top. If that is the case, you just need to go ahead and just wash this out, which I'm going to do now. So we are now ready to add another scoop. If you have made up a lot of mixture, like I say, just put these onto some parchment paper, let them dry overnight, and then that way you're not wasting any product. I'm just going to find out one that I made a few weeks ago just to show you. This is how they dry on parchment paper. So then you can go ahead and glue these onto your cones if you are making quite a few, or into your bakes, like I said earlier. So we're now going to add our other scoop. You might just want one scoop on your ice cream, but I just want to show you how you can layer two together. So again, just keep pushing it along the side. That gets it all the way into your scoop. Then we're just going to squeeze this onto the top. We are now going to start dragging down the polyfiller just like we did on this part here. So with a clean stick, again, just aim for the bottom part. We're just going to start dragging this down. Again, like I said, you don't have to tacky glue this just yet, but like I say, if it doesn't adhere to itself, you can then pop this off once it's dry and just add some tacky glue underneath. So you're just going to work all the way around, just keeping the shape of the ice cream. Just blend some of the colour down into the pink. Like I say, it might become really wobbly, only because we've added flour into the filler as well. So you are best just sort of like getting the shape. And then I'm going to show you, obviously this is still wet, but this is how easy it comes off. You can then wait for all this to dry, put some tacky glue on it, and then just put this back over the top. So that is just in case it hasn't adhered to itself. So we're just dragging this ice cream all the way around, trying to keep the shape of the scoop. You can now decorate your ice cream. So I'm just going to pop in one of the hooks inside the polyfiller while it's still drying. You can add some red sauce. This is just Elmer's glue. So this is what I used in this shake here. And then obviously on the one that you saw at the beginning, this is how it dries. So you can drizzle this over the top. And if you want to add a flake, the easiest flakes rather than trying to make these are cinnamon sticks. So I'm just going to drizzle some sauce over here and add a flake. And this is the finished result. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and give it a go. See you soon.